Did you know that the Muslims once defeated an army of 100,000 soldiers in battle, and they didn't even know there was a battle in the first place? You see, the Austrians declared war on the Ottomans in 1788, and Abdul Hamid I, who was the Sultan at the time, got his soldiers ready and prepared for war. As the Austrian army was marching towards the Ottoman Empire, they stopped in a place called Karánsebes and set up camp there. Now, one thing to understand about the Austrian army is that it was not just Austrians. There were Germans, Serbs, Croats, Italians, Slovaks, Hungarians, and Romanians, each with their own language. And so communication between the different groups was extremely difficult. The Austrian Empire, who was with the army, sent a German unit out on horseback to scout around the area and make sure everything was safe. And while they were on their mission, they encountered a Roma caravan who offered them alcohol. The soldiers joined them and got drunk, and after a while the emperor started wondering what was taking these guys so long. So he sent out a second group of soldiers, this time Romanians, to check on them. Now when the Romanian group found the German group drunk, they asked them to share some of that alcohol. The Germans refused, so one of the Romanians started shouting "Turkey, Turkey" to scare the drunk Germans away. And some of them actually did get scared, and in their drunkenness thought that the Romanians were actually the Turks, disguising themselves as friendly soldiers. The two groups started shooting at each other, and to make matters worse, the sun had now gone down and there was barely any light. When the emperor heard the gunfire from a distance, he thought it must have come from the Turks and fired a cannon as a warning. And in all the confusion and panic, some Germans started shouting "Halt, halt," meaning stop in German, and the Romanians misinterpreted that as "Allah, Allah," a battle cry of the Turks. And now some of these soldiers were running back to camp in the middle of the night, scared out of their mind, and no one can understand each other. There's barely any light now, and fear has completely taken over the army. Every soldier was now shooting at everyone else, not knowing who's an ally and who's an enemy. Everywhere smelled of blood and gunpowder, and even the emperor himself fell from his horse in a nearby river, and in all the chaos had to crawl away to a nearby house for safety. And by morning, 10,000 soldiers had died, and the army retreated from the area, defeated. The Ottomans arrived 2 days later and found all these bodies in the fields and wondered what on earth happened here. They took control of Karánsebes, making it the easiest battle they had ever won. 0 losses on the Ottoman side. And I guess the moral of the story is, don't do drugs, kids. Like and follow for more Muslim facts.